Joker 3, Kingdom of Madness. The Legend and the Laugh. Gotham is a ghost city haunted by echoes. Years after Arthur Fleck incited an uprising, his name is no longer shouted in riots, it's whispered in shadows. His image, spray-painted on cracked brick walls, has become a distorted symbol of resistance and lunacy. Gotham has changed. Crime hasn't vanished. It has evolved. The people live under the illusion of order brought by a new political figure, Mayor Julian Crane. But behind closed doors, the city trembles under the memory of the man who laughed as the world burned. The puppet mayor. Julian Crane is clean-cut, well-spoken, and charismatic. Everything Gotham needs after years of chaos. But behind his polished smile lies a disturbing obsession with Arthur Fleck. Crane launches Operation Order, an Orwellian city-wide surveillance initiative. He declares the age of freaks is over, rounding up the mentally ill and criminally unstable. But his speeches mimic Joker's cadence, word for word. Something is off. The people begin to wonder, is Crane Gotham's savior or its next villain? The comedian returns. Arthur Fleck has been living in the ruins of Arkham Asylum, now abandoned, overgrown, and filled with rats. He no longer wears the clown makeup, but he watches the city through a broken TV set. Gotham is rotting beneath a new mask. The laughter has stopped, and he feels irrelevant. But a spark reignites when he sees Julian Crane on TV, delivering a monologue eerily similar to one of Arthur's own. The world is copying the Joker, but misunderstanding the joke. Harley Quinn's whisper. Harley Quinn returns, reimagined. She's not bubbly or love-struck anymore. She's cold, scarred, and brilliant. She's been watching from afar, rebuilding her own brand of madness. She finds Arthur in Arkham's ruins and tells him, "You stopped laughing. That's dangerous." She wants him to reclaim his throne, not for fame, but for vengeance. But Arthur isn't convinced. He no longer wants to be king of the mad. She leaves him with a chilling thought. Gotham's forgotten who the real joke is. You better remind them. Clown reborn. Arthur returns to the city for the first time in years, unrecognizable, dressed in tattered clothes. He watches a protest where clowns in masks scream his old slogans. They call themselves the Painted Face, a cult of personality built around Joker's legend. But they are violent, aimless, and more dangerous than he ever was. He didn't create them, but they worship him like a god. Arthur is disgusted. He never wanted followers. He just wanted to be seen as the Black Joke. A mysterious, violent figure in a black and white clown mask begins executing Joker copycats in public. He livestreams these murders and signs off with "Joke's over." He calls himself the Black Joke. He claims to be Joker's true successor, the one who will finish what Arthur never could. He's younger, faster, more brutal, and quickly becoming Gotham's new fear. Even the Painted Face cult begins to follow him. Arthur, now hunted by both Crane and Black Joke, realizes he's lost control of his legacy. Batman's shadow. Bruce Wayne, now a brooding young man in his early 20s, works quietly from the shadows. Still training, still haunted, still not yet the Batman. He infiltrates the Painted Face cult, wanting to understand the sickness of the city and the man who killed his parents. When he hears that the original Joker may be alive, he begins tracking him. Bruce isn't seeking revenge. He wants to know why. Why the city fell. Why the madness spread. Why he feels a strange kinship with the clown. The Truth broadcast. Arthur sneaks into a television station and interrupts a live broadcast. This time, he doesn't dance or crack jokes. He stares into the camera and denounces the Black Joke. He tells Gotham, "You turned the clown into a monster." That was never the punchline. The monologue is chilling, poetic, and raw. People are divided, some laugh, others cry. But everyone listens. Riots erupt overnight. The Joker's voice still holds power. Harley's plan. Harley wants Crane dead. She says his version of order is far worse than Joker's chaos ever was. She plots to assassinate him at a masked gala. But Arthur refuses to help. Killing him won't fix anything, he mutters. Harley is furious. Their once fiery connection becomes icy. She storms off, saying, "You used to laugh at the world. Now you're just watching it." The fall of Crane. Crane's secret is exposed. Bruce uncovers footage showing Crane at Arkham years ago, interviewing Arthur, mimicking him, even copying his laughs. He used Arthur's psychology as a blueprint for manipulating Gotham. The public turns on Crane. During a press conference, a member of the Painted Face tries to assassinate him. He survives, thanks to a shocking twist. Arthur steps in and stops the killer. Crane is stunned. So is Gotham. Arthur walks away, saying, "I saved you, just to prove I could." A joke in the mirror. Arthur returns to Arkham and gazes into a cracked mirror. He puts on the clown makeup, then wipes it off. He repeats this, over and over, whispering, "Who am I laughing at?" The truth hits him. He's not a man anymore. He's a mask, a reflection of Gotham's broken soul. He breaks the mirror and bleeds. For the first time in years, he's afraid, not of death, but of irrelevance. Harley versus the Black Joke. Harley confronts the Black Joke in a burning, abandoned theater, where Arthur once gave his first comedy performance. The fight is brutal and theatrical, with traps, fire, and psychological games. Harley is nearly killed, but manages to stab the Black Joke in the eye with her old jester pin. As he dies, he tells her, "You were always his shadow." She breaks down, not out of victory, but because deep down, she feared that was true to the Gotham game. Mayor Crane, desperate to regain power, unleashes the Gotham game, a televised event where criminals are hunted by cleaners, his personal death squad. It's a sick, dystopian purge. Joker, Harley, Bruce, and Gotham's remaining freaks are all targeted. Gotham turns into a war zone. The game is a spectacle, and the ratings skyrocket. Arthur finally sees the full consequence of his chaos. A world that doesn't want peace or war, it wants entertainment. Beneath the smile, Bruce and Arthur finally meet face to face in an abandoned subway. The conversation is haunting. Bruce asks, "Why did you kill my parents?" Arthur says, "I didn't. Not really. I just lit the match." Bruce admits he doesn't know if he wants justice or revenge. Arthur gives him a card with a single word, laugh. Bruce leaves conflicted. Arthur, watching him go, mutters, "He'll wear a mask too." We all do. The last stand-up. Arthur returns to the comedy club where it all began. He gets on stage and delivers one final set. No jokes, just stories. Childhood abuse, loneliness, betrayal, silence. The audience laughs anyway. They think it's performance art. Arthur finishes with, "The world doesn't need another joke. It needs a mirror." Then he walks off stage as sirens wail in the distance. The climax in chaos. The Gotham game ends in blood. Harley kills Crane in front of a massive crowd, live-streamed to millions. Arthur and Harley part ways in the smoke of a burning courthouse. They don't say goodbye, they just nod. The Painted Face cult disbands. Gotham is ungovernable, but the people are awake now. Joker's revolution has come full circle. Finale in flames. Arthur disappears into the alleyways. He removes the makeup for good and tosses the suit into a trash fire. A child gives him a flower. He kneels down and whispers, "Don't laugh at the world. Laugh through it." The child runs away. Arthur fades into the fog, just another madman among millions. But something in the city feels lighter than the rise of Batman. Bruce stands atop a building, looking down at the city. The bat symbol is still a sketch, but the mask is real. He puts it on, not to fight Joker, but to fight what Joker inspired. Gotham doesn't need a savior. It needs a myth. The first true Batman moment is born in silence, under a broken moon. Joker's legacy. A year passes. Gotham has stabilized, but strange clown graffiti keeps appearing. Joker's final broadcast is discovered, an audio recording where he whispers, "You can't kill the joke. It lives in you." The city breathes it in like gas. His myth becomes legend. Joker is dead. Long live Joker. Credits. And a smile. In a different city, a man in a therapy session laughs uncontrollably at the mention of Gotham. The doctor asks, "What's so funny?"